Dishies, it's Dot. Welcome back to the parlor. I have the parlor doors open today. How about that? See if that reduces the glare. I'm having a really hard time with the lighting here. Anyway, welcome back. I have my haul from Goodwill. I want to say hi to my new subscribers. I've had a slew of new subscribers this last week. Thank you so much to Rachel at Superior Girl Vintage, and my other friend, Deborah Cabassa at Deborah Cabassa. And I will link their channels. Check out their channels. Rachel, you know I love everything you pick up and look at, even when you dig it up out of a dump. You just have amazing taste, and I love everything you pick up. And Deborah, you're just such a genuine, loving person. I love to watch you do your thrifting and your crafting, and just to listen to you talk. It's just a real joy, and I love your positive attitude. So please go check out those ladies, and welcome to my parlor. Let's see what I have. I learned a new word today. It's called maybe I didn't learn it. It's called cottagecore. My daughter told me about this word. It's a thing, I guess. She's, of course, of a different generation. So if you don't know this word, go look it up, hashtag it, Google it, whatever you want to do. I guess my best understanding of it is enchanted cottage or forest, woodland creatures. Yeah, something along those lines. I still don't quite have it down, but I got a kind of 101 lesson from her. So we do have some cottagecore items that Robin picked up for herself on our trip, and I'll start with this. You saw her pick it up. I tried to indicate to her to just go ahead and put it in the cart, but she had some questions which were a little perplexing to me. She said, well, how do I use it? So yeah, I don't know if she just thought she's only seen casseroles and she's never seen a saucepan by Corning before, but I said, you just put it on your stove. So anyway, it's such a pretty little pattern. You've all seen this pattern. I think it's called Wildflowers. There's another one called Springtime or Spring something that has white flowers. And I always get the two confused, which one is which. They're not the ones I think they are. So whichever one this is, it's well known, Corning ware. It says P89B on the back. Corning is the company that makes Pyrex. Anyway, this one is microwave range and oven safe. It is a 2.5 cup saucepan with the spout and the lid. I don't know if it was ever used. It was set on a shelf or something because there's a little bit of dirt on the bottom, but cottagecore and very cute. This, I did see this when we were shopping, and I don't remember if I got it on the video or not, but I picked it up a couple times and set it down. You'll hear me say that often. I do that quite often. And I'm learning those are the things I should not think twice about. Has that ever happened to you? So she went and got it unbeknownst to me, and it was in the cart, and we got it. So it's this very darling lavender and chamomile teacup and saucer. It's got a darling green glass lid and a little bit of iridescence in green around the rim there, and another, these are hand painted. It says lavender. It also says ocean on the plate. We tried to look it up. Robin spent some time doing some research on it to see if we could find out who made it. Well, it says ocean, but I don't know if these were random pieces put together. I don't know. There's similar ones. There's some of a certain brand, which I can't remember the name of. I think it's a Japanese brand. And they sell for anywhere, you know, $30, $35 we saw them selling for, with different images of mainly lavender flowers on them. But I didn't see any with the green handle. So this was really adorable and she loves it. A nice example of cottagecore. Now, I have one other thing. She debated whether or not this would be considered cottagecore, and I think she decided it would not, but I think it is still cute, and I will put it up for sale in my Cuppadilly shop. It's a little Peter Rabbit mug, and I'm not sure who the girl bunny is. I think his sisters were Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail, right? I don't know if that's one of them, but that's him for sure in his little blue coat and his tam o'shanter. Yeah. So very adorable. No marking on the bottom. Good, I like the little bird here. All right, so I have that. Cottagecore, I don't know, maybe. You saw me look at this and pick it up, and I know my channel is new, but if you've watched even a few of my videos, you'll know that I have an issue with buying lids. I can't stop buying lids. I didn't know this about myself until the last year. I didn't have this problem before, but I bought it. I bought this lid. It's Pyrex. It says Pyrex Sedlex, France. Can you guys see that? This does not fit anything I've ever even seen. It's like for a giant refrigerator dish. The number on it is, oh gosh, 213/2. So you Pyrexies out there, what's this for? It's a very nice lid. I like the detailing. I like the little ribbing on the side and in the middle, whereas some of the old, you know, typical Friggy dishes had the lids that looked a lot like this without this in the middle. So along those lines of a lid without a bottom, I have a bottom without a lid. I have to stop. I really have to stop. If anyone has any suggestions how I might get cured, please let me know. I saw this and I thought, oh, I have a lid that's gonna fit that at home. Well, I do have a lid in the same shape and it has a cute little handle on top and it's Pyrex, but this dish is not Pyrex. This dish is glass bake. Can you see it? Well, you can see it a little bit. It's a great size. It's just that white glass, opal glass, whatever you prefer to call it. And I just thought this would be the perfect little dish to have some homemade macaroni and cheese, which is very easy to make if you've never tried it before. Just, you know, for two, for you and your sweetheart or your bestie. And yeah, just mix it up, put it in the oven till it's hot and bubbly, take it out, find a lid from someone, maybe me someday, and then you can put the leftovers in your fridge. Little glass baker there. All right, what am I forgetting here? We'll do this after. This, you saw me pick this up. There were a few similar type things here. I bought this thinking that it might fit my Jeanette Cube creamer and sugar that I showed in my last video. It's a short set that originally came on a dish, and I thought maybe I could find one at least that would be similar enough to go with it. Well, they don't fit. So you saw me pick this up. I almost didn't get it. It's a Fire King Bubble Creamer in the light blue or sapphire blue. Look at the handles, really cool. Yeah, It's really cute. I have some older Jean Florence Depression glass books. One is from the 70s and one is from the 80s. And in there, it mentions that this creamer, at least at one time, was hard to find. I obviously didn't have any trouble finding it. I was not looking for it. However, once I found it, I was looking for the sugar, which I did not find. No chips or cracks. Maybe I'll hang on to it and see if I can find the sugar bowl. Robin picked these up. These are not cottagecore, and there were 3 of them. They really fit with her decor and things that she likes. I like them too. Yeah. These mid-century, not cottagecore, but mid-century for sure. A lovely little starburst pattern there and kind of a, I don't know, like a mustardy yellow color there. These are Star Glow by Royal China, Sebring, Ohio. Can you see that there? And I think this was one of the patterns like Tickle Pink, that there were ceramics, dishware made by one company, glassware and bakeware made by other companies like Fire King and oh my goodness, Pyrex. Fire King and Pyrex. Oh, I better have a sip of my soda. All right. So the next thing I have is this. You guys saw this. Who doesn't love these? Everyone. They're so useful. My mother had one, maybe your grandmother, maybe your daughter, I don't know. From the 70s, made by Federal Housewares. Yeah, just a little nut grinder. And I think these did have another little top that went, another lid that went on top. I don't know if I'm just obsessed with lids. Wow. This one's in excellent condition, and look how clean it is inside. A lot of times when you find these, they're dirty and rusted. This one is not. I do need one, but I'm not gonna keep this one. So there's that. The last thing I have is just this. I love these things, and it reminded me of the things that I used to buy when in the early 90s when my kids were wee bairns. They were little babies, and I wanted everything down to the last detail in my house. I wanted as much as possible to be vintage. Don't we all? We still want that. That's why we watch each other's channels and watch these videos, right? So I became very fond of a company that you have all probably heard of called Lustroware. They made a lot of plastics in the mid-century, especially in the 1950s. Bright colors, a lot of reds, yellows, blues, and their plastic made that nice hard sound. I wasn't opposed to plastic, but I was opposed to kind of that new, smelly, soft, bendable plastic. I didn't like that. So I didn't have that stuff. So I did have some of these, and I had one of these. This is a little silverware tray or flatware tray. Look at the cute little deco style detail there. This one is a lemon yellow. It's more yellow than it's coming across there on the screen. However, this was not made by Lustroware. Can you believe that? This was made by a company called CEFA, C-E-F-A. So I did do a small bit of research about CEFA. It was a plastics company out of Spain or Portugal. I couldn't quite figure out which one. That started in 1946, and they made things like the little plastic caps on medicine bottles and such. And sometime around the 1960s, they started making blow molds for toys and household items as well. And they did that up until the 90s when they stopped doing that, and they started taking a more industrial line to their production. So I am not 100% sure that this company is the same as that company that I researched, but it sure sounded pretty plausible. So this, I will be selling it, but isn't it cute? I love this stuff. I love vintage for mommies. I mean, yeah, who doesn't? Well, that is all I have. But thank you so much for watching. Again, thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you to my current subscribers. I just can't even tell you how thankful I am that you are even interested enough to stop by in my parlor. So I have a lot of good things coming up. My cousins were here and we went shopping. They brought me all kinds of stuff. I have so much stuff. So I have at least 3 big hauls coming up, and I'm going to break them up into kind of themes, if you will. And I think the first one I'm going to do is Depression era, War era, which is one of my favorite things. And there'll be some mid-century one, and I can't remember what the third one is. So we'll both be surprised. We'll all be surprised. All right. Thanks for stopping by. Ta.